Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Bee Guy Dave. I am here with my lovely fiance, Caroline Jones, behind the camera. And we are in Maryland. I know you guys are used to seeing me have hives in Massachusetts, but the reason why I haven't posted a video in a while is because Caroline and I, one, got engaged, so that's exciting, but two, moved to Washington, D.C. So there have been a lot of things keeping me from having bees in the last couple months. But since then, we have met a wonderful friend of a friend, Bobby, who owns this lovely 100-acre farm out here in Vermont, and has agreed to let me keep some hives on his property. Very generous of him. So you can see that I have the 3 hives from Massachusetts down with me. I actually had a really fun road trip with Dad, bringing them down in the truck, and we drove them all the way down. The good news was it was pretty easy to drive them down because they were empty. That's also the bad news, them being empty. Unfortunately, we were moving to Washington right as I probably should have been treating the hives for Varroa. And we only really had one viable colony going into the winter, but we were still disappointed when it didn't make it. So a little bit of a loss there, but we have newbies now, and I wanted to show you guys how I installed these today because it was a great time. Anyways, let's get to it.
A few moments later.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but life update on me is I moved to Washington, D.C. and today is a very exciting day because my hives are coming down with me. So I got my dad. We're on a road trip on down. It's about a 7-hour drive. We got 3 hives in the trunk. Time to drive. Let's do it. DC!
Gotta be in DC around here somewhere.
Well, we made it. We are down at the farm. Dropped off the hives just now, and we're just gonna let them sit for a couple days. I gotta go through and inspect all the comb, make sure that there are no bugs or any parasites or diseases in there. But it is full-on snowing outside right now, which is pretty wild. So I'm gonna go hang out with some people and call it a day.
One eternity later.
Came out today just to look over the hives, make sure they're in good shape. Hopefully we'll put bees in them soon, maybe next week or so. So very excited.
Meanwhile.
What are you doing, David?
All right, we got to grade out where we're putting the hives so that they sit nice and level. I don't use foundation or anything, so since they build their own comb, you want to make sure they build it nice and vertically. And what would have been really smart is to do this before there were bees in the yard, so we didn't have to wear these suits. But sometimes you just gotta do things the hard way, you know? All right, well, I have now finished leveling out the bases for the hives. So I've got all 3 hives kind of set up here behind me, and the stones that I've used are now all nice and level. I made sure to get them nice and level. And again, because I don't use foundation, we need the hives to be nice and level. This one has already been put up on its base, and just to show you guys, boom, there we go, level enough for the bees and for me. So next step is to call Caroline back down here, and we'll get these hives set up, and then we can start transferring some bees.
Is it possible to over smoke them?
Yep.
What happens? Is this one done now?
Almost. I'm gonna finish first a couple of my frames just so you get the idea. Slide in nice and connect. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got all the frames from the nuke moved over into the White House hive. There's still a bunch of bees left in this nuke, so we got to get them in there somehow.
You gonna give them another little puff of smoke, maybe?
Nah.
Okay.
Missing my brush.
Wouldn't they find their way to the hive anyway?
Probably. Alright, we found the queen. You see her? On the upper right, she's marked with a yellow dot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she's much bigger abdomen. And she's just looking around, looking for a place to lay some eggs. Alright, queen. Alright, so I put the frames into this hive. Just like the last one though, there's still a bunch of bees in the nuke box. I got them all. So let's just see if we can pop off this box. Fun begins. I'll just prop that by the entrance so that when I close this up, the bees will find their way inside. You too, bees. Alright, so we've got bees in the White House hive and the bee box. The hive house is beeless for a little bit. One of the nukes died, not entirely sure why. But I'm so excited to have bees. And I know it's been so long since I posted a video, but obviously with the move and then figuring out how to get bees back in my life, things have been a little crazy, but so excited to have met Bobby and to know about this farm, and hope to be coming out here a lot more often. So until next time, happy beekeeping. See you later.
Hi, cow.